Okay guys, today's the day. Well, technically tomorrow's the day, but we just got to Iowa and we are on our way to have a Kelderman air suspension put on the truck. Hopefully that will smooth out some of these bumps. We're bringing our brand new 2024 Ram 5500 here for some serious suspension surgery. This place is way bigger than I expected. They have quite the operation here.
And off we go to Kelderman.
You have arrived.
Located in Oskaloosa, Iowa, Kelderman Manufacturing is a family-owned business that was founded in 1970. Originally, their work was in the agricultural industry, but expanded in the 1990s to include automotive air suspension systems. Today, they design and install their air suspension systems on pickup trucks, cab and chassis trucks, RVs, and trailers. And that's our 5500 going into the shop now.
Well, that was a really good experience dropping the truck off, wasn't it?
It was. They seemed to really know what they were talking about, and I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, it's always nice when you walk in the door around your appointment time and someone walks right up to you and says, "Hey, are you Jeff?" Like,
They were expecting us. They were ready for us.
Yeah, it seems like they really got their act together. And they had a loaner vehicle ready for us. We're cruising in Mercedes-Benz. How about that? First Mercedes I've ever driven. But yeah, so far so good, I think.
With the truck dropped off, there's not much left for us to do but check out a little bit of the area. This is the Cordova Observation Tower. Let's go see what we can see from the top.
It was originally a water tower erected in 1972, is what the sign says anyway. And it was no longer needed, so they converted it to an observation tower. Whew. This thing is taller than it looked like from the bottom. That's pretty cool. You can see a long way. Wow. It's got a good breeze in it.
Located near Oskaloosa is the small town of Pella, where the Dutch influence runs deep. This beautiful little town contains multiple windmills, and while we weren't here at the right time to experience it, the town's Tulip Festival draws huge crowds every year in May. We are back at the end of day one for a facility tour and to learn a little more about all things Kelderman. And this is Robert, the shop supervisor and air suspension guru we are working with during our install. We start our tour in one of the assembly areas where they are working on multiple trucks at once. It's obvious that they take great care in their work. Work surfaces are padded, painted parts are protected by drop cloths, and all parts are laid out to ensure nothing is forgotten. Robert shows us around the fabrication portion of the facility as well. Here they manufacture many of the suspension components for the air ride systems that they install or sell through their distributor network. They even fabricate their own air tanks. These components are all custom and made to order.
For all of our products, we used to be at 6 weeks, now we're sometimes 3 weeks, and some of our products we're pushing out that week. Depends on what it is.
While suspension is their focus, they also build other components, such as custom bumpers.
We build to order now on all of our bumpers, usually about a 4-week turnaround on bumpers. As you see, these are staged, all hand ground, polished, ready to go to powder.
They even have a new climate-controlled section of the building where they do their own painting and finishing of the components they manufacture. And in addition to showing us around, Robert also walks us through how to do some roadside repairs should the need ever arise.
So what happens sometimes is you'll blow a back bag or a front bag. So there's a T in here that you can unplug, and you can just hook these up. So you're running one bag, and then you can inflate this one bag and it'll lift this side, and then you can unbolt, take this bag out, put the new bag in, and then lower your air back in, hook it up, and then you're good to go. So emergency situations, you can run on one bag, and with that emergency kit that we're gonna provide you with there, you can block this line off kind of like this. This is just a manual fill, so if you would lose a height control, you can just manually fill your bags. So everything was valved for this truck. That's the nice thing about the Raptor shocks, is they're built for a specific truck. They're not just off the shelf Fox shocks that they're this length or that length. They're built for a Ram 5500.
I told him, I was like, no, we're not going to spend that kind of money on this. So once we put the, if we get a truck camper and put that on there, the ride quality will be better. We're not going to do this. And then we drove to South Dakota and back. And I looked at him and I said, how much is that again? Because I'm thinking that we probably need to do it.
What kind of ride should we expect? I know that's very subjective.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, it sure is.
Typically, I like to say a half-ton ride. Half-ton or better ride. That's usually what you get. Depends on what your bed, what you're loading on it, what you're towing on it. But typically, it's half-ton or better.
We've also opted to have a dual steering stabilizer kit installed on our truck.
What happens a lot of times with the Rams is the steering, you'll have a bump steer here and there. So that steering stabilizer will take that bump steer out, get you a little bit more fine steering with this.
Robert just gave us a great tour of the manufacturing and installation facility, and I cannot be more pleased with their professionalism. If their work quality lives up to the same standards as their professionalism, we're going to be really happy. Now that we've looked around the facility, let's focus on our truck and all that's happening with it. It wasn't that long ago that we had the bed installed on the truck, but now back off it comes for the suspension work. In less than a day, the bed is removed, the leaf springs are gone, and the sides of the truck frame are stripped clean. The spring perches are cut off the axle and the frame is ground smooth. All the old parts are stacked on a pallet for us to take home, and the freshly powder-coated new parts are laid out in preparation for install. The in-cab wiring is being installed and the twin air compressors are now mounted under the cab. Time for the flatbed to be reinstalled. While we've been in Iowa, we've been staying at Roberts Creek Campground East. It's a really nice campground, full hookup sites, only $30 a night, and it's right on Roberts Creek and just down from Lake Red Rock, which is Iowa's largest lake. Looking around, you'll see that the sites are pretty far apart. They're all gravel. There are a couple of paved sites in the upper loop, but not here where we are. The sites are pretty far apart. They could have easily put at least twice as many sites in here, but it's really nice that they didn't because you have some space between you and your neighbor.
Well, gassing up, getting ready to take this car back, pick up the truck.
All right, just cleaned the car up a little bit before we take it back. We gassed it up and wanted to wash it a little bit. It was getting pretty dirty from all the rock dust around here in these gravel roads. Looks better. Well, it's not sitting outside.
We're not really even sure if the truck is ready. He told us if we didn't hear from him though to show up at 3, so here we are. This video might make this look like a fast process, but we dropped off our truck on Monday morning and we're back to pick it up on Friday evening. We are so excited to get it out on the road for our first test drive, but we're not gonna lie. Things were not perfect when we arrived to pick up the big blue beast. Robert worked hard to address our concerns, though, and did everything in his power to make sure we left happy. And we did.
And mag height is not that much.
That is so satisfying.
Now we have a white truck.
All that's left now is to load up the old parts and enjoy the smooth ride home.
We're just stopped for the night at Kickapoo State Park and did want to unhook but wanted it level. Green all the way around. A couple taps of the button here on the air controller, lowered the front, raised the back, and we changed the trailer by 3.5 inches. Pretty awesome. Okay, you can see where we dropped the front, raised the back a whole bunch, made it perfectly level.
We are almost home.
Yeah, we're back in Kentucky and we're on the same stretch of road that we were on a few weeks ago when we had our leaf spring suspension. So we'll put a video up here now to show what that looked like. But now with the air ride suspension, it is riding so much better. It is so much just smoother and less taxing to drive, that's for sure.
I would say the ride quality is every bit as good as our 3500, probably a little bit better even.
Yeah, probably. Kelderman said that, hey, we think we can get you to a half-ton ride. I don't know if it's quite that good, but it's much better. You can actually talk without your voice fluttering. It just drives so much nicer. The steering stabilizer system that we added to the front of the truck, or that they added, makes it drive so much better. It doesn't wander nearly as bad. It's just a better driving experience, really.
Yeah, we do have some vibration in it right now. We think maybe that it has something to do with the alignment, so we need to have it aligned, or possibly even a tire out of balance, and we just never noticed it before because the ride quality was so terrible. So we need to get that looked at and hopefully get that fixed, and I think if we can get that fixed, we'll be really happy.
I think so too. It's towed in a little bit right now, where the ride height changed a little bit from factory, so it caused the tires to tow in just a small amount. So we need to get that corrected. Going for a 0 toe is what Kelderman's recommending. Get the wheels and tires balanced, and I think this thing's going to be pretty darn smooth for a 5500.